Hello guys, it's Element of the Ride, and if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail and title, I'm going to be ranking my favorite manufacturers. And it's not a top 5, it's just some of the popular ones I've ridden. But before we get started, I do want to mention PTC, which did not make the list because I had forgotten. So I would probably put that in 7th place and replace Vekoma in 8th place. But for 7th place, if you couldn't tell, it is Vekoma. And the only Vekoma I've ridden is in Vertigo. But I am pretty interested in the new Vekoma models that are being released, and they look like they have potential, but the boomerangs are not good, in my opinion. I don't like the boomerangs, and in Vertigo is the only one I've ridden, and the only Vekoma I've ridden, therefore it is the last manufacturer on my list. And that is going to put Premier Rides in 6th place. Premier Rides, they're a good manufacturer. I'm not that fond of the restraints, but that is a different video. The ride experience is okay. The one thing is their launches, and the only two Premier coasters I've ridden are Stunt Coaster and Flight of Fear. So these coasters both have a launch. They're forceful launches, but they're not the most forceful launches in the market. But they're also not the least forceful launches, like Mach. But they still give a good ride experience, and I think they make great family coasters, like Stunt Coaster does. They're getting a little bit rough as their age, but I think Premier Rides does have potential to make good rides, so that is why it is at my number 6 spot. And then we have Aerodynamics, and Aero has some pretty good roller coasters, and I have ridden Iron Dragon, Magnum, Corkscrew, Vortex, the Bat. I've ridden quite a few Aero coasters. Not too much, but I have ridden enough to know what an Aero is all about. And these have very good potential when it comes to forces, and I like Vortex, but it was gone. It was a very good roller coaster. So now that they're defunct and they're gone, I think that they're losing reputation because their rides are getting more rough, and are not able to make new rides and prove how good they can be because they are no longer existing. But when they did exist, they made some pretty good rides and some pretty revolutionary rides to the coaster community. So in 4th place we have GCI, and GCI, I've only ridden one roller coaster by GCI, and it had the power to put it at my number 4 spot, and that being Mystic Timbers. Mystic Timbers is an airtime machine, and GCI has a lot of power to create very, very good rides, and I see the potential in all of the rides. They have great airtime moments, especially on Mystic Timbers. It's just overall a good ride. They made a way to make wooden roller coasters modern and not like PTC style wooden roller coasters. So GCI was very good to the wooden roller coaster industry because they brought back to life wooden roller coasters so they could be modern, and that's what I really like about GCI, and they have very, very good qualities, and this is just like an overall good manufacturer, and that is why it's at my number 4 spot. At my number 3 spot, I of course have B&M. I had to put it somewhere, and I put it here. So, they have some good rides, and they have some bad rides. not bad rides, but they have some good quality rides, and then they have some good rides that I don't really know what happened to because they showed their good qualities in the other rides. But it is a constant battle which one my favorite is between Orion and Diamondback, because I really love them both and they have very good elements on each ride. Although Diamondback does have more airtime than Orion. Orion does have two very, very good airtime moments, and not to mention all the B&Ms at Cedar Point, Raptor, Gatekeeper, Rougarou, which is not good, Valraven. I kind of like Valraven, it was fun. Raptor's really fun. BNC is also fun. There are just so many good B&Ms. They're a very reliable manufacturer. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a B&M. You can make it so it's not thrilling like some roller coasters. Some of the roller coasters are getting rough, so like Rougarou, people are complaining about those roller coasters, and I can see where that comes in, but they're still making good roller coasters, so that's why they're at my number 3 spot. And next up we have Intamin, and Intamin is known for not like taking rides and not taking risks and just building reliable things. Intamin is known for taking risks. In fact, they were the first Giga Coaster manufacturer and the first Strata Coaster manufacturer, and they have made some very, very good rides. And I've ridden 3 of them, maybe 3. Maverick, Millennium Force, and Wicked Twister. I've ridden Wicked Twister. Each of their rides have a different element that is very fun. Maverick has some forceful launches and some whippy turns. Millennium Force was, of course, the first Giga Coaster, and that's very fun. Top Thrill Dragster has an insane launch and insane height, although I haven't ridden Top Thrill Dragster. Wicked Twister was amazing when you went backwards up the spiral, and you just were like stopped there for like just a split second, but you could feel yourself just stopping there and then rolling back down. It was very fun. I liked all of the Intamins I rode at Cedar Point. I liked, and I mean, you can't really go bad with an Intamin. I know they have a lot of maintenance issues, but that doesn't stop them from being very, very, very fun roller coasters to ride. And some of these are very good, and yeah, I like them a lot. So that's why Intamin was at my number 2 spot. My first place manufacturer is, of course, RMC. Being the only roller coaster I've ridden by RMC is Steel Vengeance, so how can this not be my number 1 spot? Steel Vengeance is the king of airtime. It just does everything so good and really showed the coaster industry what RMC can really do. And I have yet to ride a single rail coaster, but they look amazing and I really want to ride one. And I just think RMC has brought new life to the coaster industry. They have just made very, very good improvements to coasters, and just when we thought we would be a while without any revolutionary roller coasters, here came RMC and just powered through the industry and made the best roller coasters that anyone had really ever seen. And that is why RMC is at my number 1 spot, because Steel Vengeance, like I said, is the only one I've ridden, but it is amazing. And if you get the chance to ride Steel Vengeance and you haven't, get on it, because you're going to love everything about it, and you're going to love everything about RMC. So, thanks for watching this video, but I have an announcement. Well, not really an announcement, just like, so the manufacturers I covered in this video, I am willing to do another like little video on them, just like how they've gained and lost popularity over the years, and how they're like transitioning into a different generation of roller coasters where we have to be innovative and just make new roller coasters that haven't been seen before, and what manufacturers are doing that and what manufacturers are taking risks. So if you want to do like a full review of each manufacturer and the history of the manufacturer, let me know down in the comments below, and let me know which ones you would like to see, because I'm willing to make those videos. So if you like this video, leave a like and consider subscribing. Yeah. Comment down below what your rankings would be for roller coaster manufacturers and why, maybe. Yeah. So, if I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and this is Element of the Ride signing off.